Folks, the HBCU process for Super Wildcard Weekend in the NFL definitely shaped out to something very special. Not a lot of players were playing from the HBCU platform, but the two that really stood out, pretty much the only two that really played, they took advantage of their opportunity and shined the best way they possibly can. We're gonna start with the Las Vegas Raiders tackle, Mr. Brandon Parker. Brandon Parker, North Carolina A&T. This young man had himself a solid game. His first playoff game of his professional career. Parker had played in all offensive snaps, all 77 snaps in this matchup. Now, Parker, he had to go up against a lot of one-on-ones. I mean, he really had to go up against a lot of the defensive ends for the Cincinnati Bengals that were really stout guys coming off the edge, and he had to handle these guys one-on-one majority of the game. Had some picks right here and helping out. Did some great jobs here solidifying the run game, but giving Derek Carr the time that he needed to deliver these passes here really came off the hill of what Mr. Parker was able to do in this matchup, given the protection that Carr needed, given the protection that the Raiders needed to get back in this game. And they got back into this game. There were some things that happened on the field as well, but still, the Raiders still had an opportunity to win this game. And Parker right here did all he could do, given the protection that Carr needed to make the plays on the field. Unfortunately, the plays did not come out the way how the Raiders wanted to, especially in the fourth down play. But Parker did his job. This HBCU Titan, this pioneer from the great HBCU platform, did his job in his first NFL postseason matchup, losing in a tight one, in a close one, to the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Parker being recognized for what he did in this matchup. Now, we're going to went from one cold climate, and then about to go down to the south where it was nice and, I would say, warm this time of year. And we're going to talk about with the Philadelphia Eagles defensive tackle, Javon Hargrave. Man, going against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We all knew the chances are that he would not, that the Eagles would not advance, knowing they had to go up against the reigning Super Bowl champions. However, it does not stop a player for going out in the field, doing what they're supposed to do. And Hargrave did what he was supposed to do. The South Carolina State Titan, this pioneer, was on this field, did his job. He had finished the game with 4 tackles, 2 quarterback hits, and yes, he did get a chance to put his arms around the great Tom Brady, bringing him down here on this sack here, doing his, his famous kick the door open celebration, which was really great, really awesome. He played in 52 snaps. 71% of the defensive snaps for this matchup against the reigning Super Bowl champions. Now, Hargrave, yes, he's gone home for the season, but yet he still had a career year. This year had the most tackles of a single season with 63. He had 18 quarterback hits, the highest of his career in a single season. 7.5 sacks, a career high for a single season. Played in 68% of the defensive snaps, totaling 728 snaps for the Eagles this season. Hargrave had himself a solid season for the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles has shown that they ready to turn their corner. Good young quarterback, which I know they still continue to evaluate. However, they do not have to evaluate this HBCU giant in Mr. Javon Hargrave. Solid year. Definitely went to work this year. Looking forward to seeing what this great player is going to do, heading off to the 2022 NFL season. All right, now, still sticking with the HBCU platform now. Heading into the divisional round with the HBCU process, we have one player that's having an opportunity to really do some great things and be a major contribution, make a very major contribution to that team and get into the AFC title game. I'm talking about Chester Rogers, Grambling State very own wide receiver. And this year, he's having himself a solid year. This year, he had 2 starts. He was targeted 43 times the regular season and caught 30 of those passes for 301 yards, and also had here his only solo touchdown of the season. Now, he's not only just a pass catcher, but he does very well as a kick returner, as he had 14 returns for 282 yards, 30 punt returns for 293 yards. His longest went for 55 yards. Now, with Chester Rogers going up against the Cincinnati Bengals. It's gonna be a great game. Rogers had really came in making those big tough catches throughout the course of the season, but he started making more of an impact on special teams. But number 80 from Grambling State University, watch out for him when they go up against the Cincinnati Bengals in the divisional round. Chester Rogers is gonna stand out when he make a play or plays in this matchup that help the Titans to advance to the title game. I'm looking out for it. Make sure you guys stay locked in to check it out. Stay with it, guys. Stay with the process. So HBCU process, nothing to hold your head down. You guys doing a great job. Looking forward to seeing what's going to happen, especially in the coming weeks when the NFL finally have their first HBCU combine. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to being there, and looking forward to bring you all this great content of who to watch out for from the HBCU platform heading into the 2022 NFL season. Yes, let's go. Let's get it, fella.